I'm Kelianne Chamberlain. This is my husband, Judd Chamberlain. I'm an attorney here in Grand Junction.
I'm a dentist here in Grand Junction.
We've been here 5 years. For the most part, we both grew up in Wyoming. Same town. That's where we met.
I have always had an affinity for water. I've always enjoyed fishing, boating, and I started kayaking and whitewater rafting about 7 years ago, and it's just kind of taken off from there. So my appreciation for the water and rivers has always been since I was a child, and has only grown in the last 7 years since I've been able to appreciate it more.
And I developed a love of rivers because he brings me along.
We came to Grand Junction in 2010, kind of starting our family right out of school when we finally finished, and we picked it literally based on the locale. It's where the desert meets the river, and it's where two of the bigger rivers in Colorado come together, and it provided a lot of outdoor recreation that we wanted in our lives. And since then, our family has spent multiple nights on the river camping. It's special to us because it's where we are able to do the things that we want and enjoy the environment that's around us in this beautiful area.
So as far as what RiversEdge West does, there's really two major components that I've been able to kind of sort through. There's a lot of things that RiversEdge West does, but these are the two buckets that I kind of see the work in. And one is resources. So what was surprising to me is how big the organization is, how big the scope is, and how far it really reaches. And so those resources come locally, helping landowners, helping land organizations, helping everyone who's involved with the health of the river and the health of the riverside, making sure that they have what they need to be able to accomplish those goals. And then the second bucket of things that the RiversEdge West does is education. Getting teenagers and young people out to do volunteer work and teaching them about the river and teaching them about being outside and all these great conservation values. But then also at a pretty high level, providing education or a platform for people to educate each other at the scientific level and at the land manager level, and to bring those people together to help educate each other on what is it that we can be doing better across this whole space. Why you should support RiversEdge West is because the rivers have so much impact on us, on the wildlife, on the habitat, on the area. There's so much that's affected by the rivers. And in our workaday lives, as Judd has said, we go to the river to escape. We go to the river to be able to be with our families, to reconnect to ourselves. And the work of RiversEdge West makes sure that we can do that. It gives us access to the rivers, keeps the campsites clean, makes sure that, it's great that wildlife can have a healthy habitat. We can float on the rivers and we can see bighorn sheep and we can see all these birds, we can see all these wonderful things. And we're seeing right now more reasons to go to the river and more reasons to support this kind of work. Wildfires are kind of breaking all of our hearts all over the West, including here. And some of the work that RiversEdge West does mitigates the fire risk. Not only helps clean up what's been going on and replanting and all these sorts of things, but can really help prevent some of this fire risk from the beginning. Just really kind of brings home how important it is for us to be able to have those resources for us, for our kids, for our community.